Hi, it's Nicole. This is a reading slash watching vlog recording my first impression of Othello. I'm reading Othello for the first time, so I read through Act 1 to 4 now. I stopped at the end of Act 4 on purpose. I didn't stop much at all. I didn't check words in dictionary or footnotes or anything. I'm using the Arden edition for once. I just want a read through. And overall impression, the storyline is quite straightforward. I'm pleasantly surprised how easy to follow it is. And the themes, even with a very quick read through, I get the sense that the themes include jealousy and reputation. And the characters, Othello is a fool. I'm speechless with Othello. Iago reminds me of Richard III a lot, especially the fact that he performs in front of the audience. So as a character, he plays a role in front of the audience. That's very similar to Richard III. And Desdemona, I feel sorry for her. Obviously, she's youthful, she's playful. There's a bit where she talks to Othello and she said, how about Monday evening? How about Tuesday lunch? How about Tuesday dinner? That kind of thing. It really reminds me of Cleopatra a little bit. And Amelia is my favorite so far. She's the waiting woman of Desdemona. She speaks truth in a way that she can't be aware of as a character inside the play. We know she's absolutely speaking the truth, but she couldn't have known, but she does, and that's fascinating. I love it. I'm rushing through reading Othello a bit because National Theatre is streaming Othello this evening for free on YouTube. I always read the play full before I watch it so far, but this time I stopped at Act 4 on purpose because I want to watch Act 5 and the ending. I want to watch it and see if that makes a difference, gives a different impression. I'm really looking forward to that. So I know at the end, just by reading various non-fictional books, that, sorry for spoiling this, Othello kills his wife. Othello kills Desdemona in the end. But how about Othello and Iago? What happened to them at the end? I'm curious to know. I wonder if they all die, because it's a tragedy, everybody dies. And what happens to Amelia? I feel like she's not one of the main character. I don't know, I just have a feeling that she's not going to die. I'm not sure. And also the handkerchief. What chaos a piece of fabric can cause. Handkerchief. I really want to know how they do that bit of prop, because handkerchief is not a item that we use as commonly now. So I wonder if the director would decide to swap it with something else, and if he does, what would be an equivalent of a handkerchief? I'm really curious about that. That's all I wrote down on my little notes, so I look forward to watching Othello this evening. I'll tell you a bit more later.
Get thee gone.
It's been a couple of days now since I watched Othello. Let's continue with my first impression. Watching the show without knowing the ending works really well. Compared to my previous experiences, I think I had the closest one to Shakespeare's original theatre goers, I imagine. It's really new to me and it's very exciting. I knew, for example, Othello kills Desdemona, but I didn't know what would happen to the rest of the characters, and that made the ending a lot more striking. A few of us watched it together and there was a collective reaction at the end. We were all like, really? Is that the end? Whoa, what just happened? That really reminded me of Shakespeare in Love, the film, where everybody watched Romeo and Juliet for the first time with their eyes wide open and their jaw dropped. That was me at the end of Othello. I never had that kind of direct impact and immediate reaction before because I always read the play myself first, and my imagination is never as striking as when I see the actions happening right in front of my eyes, right? So that experiment worked really well. Secondly, Amelia. I said I didn't think Amelia was one of the main characters, and I said I didn't think she would die. When I said that, I didn't recognize those two things were linked. Obviously, I was wrong in both. She does die in the end, and that's because she has become such a key character. I completely didn't see this coming. The 2022 National Theatre production did some very clever interpretation. Amelia is the victim of domestic abuse. I'm not sure if the interpretation is established throughout history and widely acknowledged in the theatre tradition, or if this is the director's genius, but it's very fitting. I said before I watched the show that I felt Amelia speaks truth that she can't be aware of. Therefore, she appears wise in a philosophical way, but it's obvious in this production that she speaks truth because she has seen and experienced certain things that lead to those conclusions. It's not philosophical at all. It's worldly wisdom from bitter experiences. The production shows something that I didn't pick up at all while reading. It's the reversal of Shakespeare's friendship to lovers arc, where usually the friendship between two women or two men has to be sacrificed in order to achieve romantic love. The most, I guess, obvious example is A Midsummer Night's Dream. But in Othello, Desdemona and Amelia's friendship grows closer as their marriage falls apart. Amelia changes from alas, she has no speech, to speaking more than Desdemona, especially towards end of Act 4 and Act 5. I love the scene where the two women have the stage all to themselves and they have an intimate chat, an intimate conversation before bed, before their death. And when they die, they lie next to each other like mirror images, and their friendship has become more beautiful than their marriage. I hope to do another video on Othello after I spend more time reading it in depth, but this is my first impression for now. I hope you find it useful. Let me know if you watched Othello last Thursday as well, and what do you think about it. That's all for today. Thank you for watching. I'll see you